get a song thrush singing from the right. Really classic repetitions. There's more going on. I mean, it's very early. It's 6 something, 45, I don't know. Well before 7 a.m. And that's the time when you get a lot of songs singing together. That's the classic morning dawn chorus. And it's very, very loud, especially in April and May. It's kind of like starting, you know, this is nothing compared to what's going to be in April and May, especially, I think, once all the nesting species are back from their wintering grounds. It's gonna be loud at like 6, even 5 a.m. They start as early as, I think they start as early as slightly after 4, actually. Like, there's barely any light outside and you can hear them sing. I often hear them sing when I'm in bed, and it's like it's still dark, and you can hear like a first blackbird or missel thrush or a tit, you know, and you can hear it, and it's still like, I would consider it a night almost. Of course, it's like very early morning, but it's dark outside and you can already hear a songbird sing. And it's a strategy of theirs, you know. The sooner they start, the better, the stronger the male is, you know. He made the night, he made the perils of the night time. He wasn't caught by an owl, you know, by another predator, and he sings out loud from his post, and he is a strong, formidable male that you want to mate with, or you don't want to fuck with. Or you want to fuck with, or you don't want to fuck with. Pun intended. So it's a strategy of theirs. They want to sing as soon as they can, as loud as they can, as much as they can, and as early as they can. So it's apparent that they're strong and they're resilient, and they're holding their territory and all that. So that's why it's going on this early in the morning. And then there is also, if I'm not mistaken, there's a bit of a chorus towards the end of the day as well. I think birds in general are the least active in the middle of the day, which kind of makes sense, I think. It might be the same with us, that like the middle of the day is kind of like when you kind of doze off a little bit. I mean, at work and generally, like the afternoon or like the middle of the day is kind of like, I don't know, a little break of sorts. I personally, I feel the most active towards the evening or in the afternoon. That's like my time when I feel most productive and most effective. Early in the morning, I mean, and I wake up very early often, but I don't know, I'm not like this early bird, like doing stuff in the morning and being crazy productive and active. Not really. I'm tired and I'm slow, and everything takes so much time, and you look at the clock and it's like 8 a.m. and then you look at the clock again and it's like 8:15, and you're like, what? I thought it passed, like hour passed. And no, it has been 15 minutes. So this is kind of my mornings, I feel like, unfortunately. I wish I would be a early bird, so to speak, and I am, but I'm kind of grumpy early bird, you know. Not that I'm grumpy, but I'm like, I don't know, just slow and, well, definitely not an active, productive early bird for sure. But I always wake up early, like very early. I remember when I was I don't know, 18 or something, I used to sleep till like 10 o'clock was nothing, you know. I could sleep until 10, no problem. And now that is absolutely, I cannot imagine to sleep that long. And yeah, of course, I mean, I could have gone to bed in like 1 a.m., but that wasn't the case that very often. And still today, if I would go to bed at 1 a.m., I would still wake up at 7, you know? Or if I would go 2 a.m., I would still wake up at 7. So it's not about when I go to bed, I just wake up early every single time. I think my internal clock might have been, Drake is, I'm seeing in there, I don't think the camera picks it up, but I see he's scouting that place where the roe deer was. And I think he must smell a lot of different scents and animals and tracks and remnants of the deer and all that, so it must make him pretty bumped up, I suppose. Come on, Drake. No, he's not going. Draco, tady jdeme. Hear the chorus? That's pretty cool, huh? There are starlings. I can hear song thrush. A lot of starlings. There's a lot of chatter. All right, good boy. Took you some time, but yeah, good boy. So it's kind of hard. Ooh, I think I've heard a pheasant. Not sure though, because I talked at the very moment I heard it. But I think that was a pheasant. So there's a lot of songs coming from all directions. Kind of hard, even for me sometimes, kind of hard to. Draco, tady jdeme. Can you believe it? I give him a treat. We're walking our route, and he turns back and goes back. Like, what is this, buddy? What games are you playing, huh? What games are you playing? What games are you playing, bro? Huh? What games are you playing, bro? What games are you playing? Tak pojď, tady jdeme. So yeah, sometimes even for me it's hard to, like, there's a wren singing up ahead. Sometimes one song comes sort of in the foreground, and it is like very, yeah, like, no, that is a wren, and you can say, oh yeah, there's a wren there. But sometimes there's like so much going on, so much chatter. Yeah, wren. So much chatter, so much. Another wren over there. I think they're playing a little song battle now. So much chatter and so much going on that it's kind of hard to kind of wrap your head around it and really sort of feel. Draco, tady jdeme. Pojď, tam nejdeme. I think maybe there's some of the remains of the deer that are maybe somewhere else. Maybe it was dragged somewhere else. Because I feel like Drake is drawn to us some places there. That he definitely must smell something. So yeah, might be some parts of the deer. Might be something else, I don't know. I don't feel like exploring today, so. Yeah, it's beautiful wren singing from somewhere over there. Yeah, sorry, I don't feel like exploring today, so I'm not gonna check it out, maybe some other time. But they cool. Wow. Okay, I thought I'm gonna help him. That was cool. Shoot. Must have stepped on a thorn. Well, but have you heard the wren? That was pretty cool. It was very close. And it's a tiny bird, man. It's like this big, and it's this loud. Crazy. Yeah. So sometimes it's like hard to wrap your head around all those sounds and make out what you're hearing. Even for me, sometimes it's challenging. But you know, if you stay long enough, it's kind of gonna settle down a little bit, and all those voices are gonna start to stand out from that chatter and from that noise, so to speak. And you're gonna know, oh, that's a wren. Oh, there's a drumming up there. That's I don't know, chaffinch or whatever. But yeah, I was talking about the internal clock, right? That I'm waking early, whatever, never mind what time I go to bed, I still wake up early. Which before, when I was like 18, could sleep till like 10, no problem. Hell, I probably even slept till 11 at some point. As a, you could say a kid or a teenager. And I wish, you know, sometimes I would like to sleep in, actually. Not that I could, not that I think about it, because I go with Drake. I try to keep his schedule, you know. I try to give him food at 8, and then we go out. I don't know, as much as I would like to sleep sometimes till like 9, like sleep in a little bit over weekends, for instance, I just don't. Doesn't matter what it is. It's Sunday, Saturday, Monday, Wednesday. I wake up at well, definitely 8 sharp, sometimes 7, sometimes 6, you know. Well, and unfortunately sometimes even earlier than that, which I don't very much like, but sometimes it does happen. But I think my internal clock was kind of set when I had to wake up early to open the coop for the hens, for the chickens, before I had the automatic door. And I had to wake up with the sunrise, which, as you can imagine, in the spring was very challenging, because I had to wake up like some deer. I don't think the camera picked it up though. Because I had to wake up like 4 something probably. So I was waking up very early for some period of time, and then after I adopted Drake, I was getting up every time 8 a.m. sharp. And I don't remember the last time I used an alarm clock. You know, I don't use alarm clocks because I just wake up and it's either too early or just on time when I need to wake up. So I haven't used an alarm clock for, by the way, let's check with Drake. I said I'm not feeling like exploring today, but Drake is running towards that direction. So let's just check what he's got there. And we never actually walked that way before. Probably it's gotta be nothing, but you know, maybe we can take a peek. Oh, we're hear that? So that is a bird I teased a couple times. That one, that like high-pitched, melodic, it kind of low-key sounds like a wren, but it stops very early. Wren's song is like 4 times, 5 times as long, so it's unmistakable. And that is a dunnock. So that's a dunnock. And before I go into dunnock, I'm just gonna wrap this whole theme about waking up early up. So yes, I was saying that I don't remember the last time I used an alarm clock, and I don't think I'll ever again use an alarm clock, really, unless of course I'll have to wake up even earlier than I usually wake up. But I always wake up way before 8, very often 7, 6. So I don't really use an alarm clock. I don't even need to use it. And sometimes when I need to wake up on specific time, I tend to wake up like 10, 20 minutes before that. And it doesn't matter what it is. If it's 6:30, I wake up 6:15 and I check up the clock and I'm like, oh, okay. You know? So I think the last time I used an alarm clock was like, I don't know, 3 years back or something, or 4 years back maybe. Oh, I knew there's gonna be something. Drake! So there is a piece of something. Man, his snout is really a piece of work, isn't it? How the hell did he smell it from so far away? Okay, so there's definitely something. Now I gotta find Drake because I don't know where he is. Oh, there he is. I thought he found something and he's like losing his mind over it. Drake! Drake, ideme. So he did found something. Ah, good boy. I don't know what he was searching up there, but he did found something rather disgusting. I mean, yeah, not disgusting, but a piece of dead body. Not of a person, but yeah, of something. I don't even know what it is, to be honest, but it's very decomposed. Therefore, probably must have smelled a lot. Strangely enough, he wasn't really by it, you know. I expected Drake, he would be sniffing it out or something, and he was somewhere else. See that? I don't know, it's like a blob of, I don't know what it was. Well, it was an animal at a certain point, but yeah. And I'm not really breathing right now. So not to smell the smell. Maybe it doesn't smell, I don't know. But just to be sure, I don't breathe. So yeah, so that was probably what Drake smelled, and then he went on and explored the rest of the area, I suppose. Because I don't see anything else really apart from that. But wow, he's here a true dog detective, huh? And I believe that place, the spot that he wanted to go to, there's got to be something. Next time we're gonna go there. I don't know, I was just not in the mood to go search for anything, so we're gonna explore it next time. I'm sure there's gonna be some. My guess is that's gonna be a piece of the deer. So yeah, we're gonna check it out next time. By the way, one thing I was talking about, waking up 15 minutes before the time, some like mind-blowing stuff happened to me like 3 years ago, and it happened several times, and I was like, what is that? I mean, I couldn't wrap my head around it. But I was sleeping, and I was like on the verge of being awake and kind of still sleeping and kind of dreaming, and I dreamt a specific number, like say a specific time, that is, say, I don't know, 6:43, you know, and I had it in my mind that it's 6:43. I woke up, I look at the clock, and it was 6:43. I was like, what the hell, you know? I was mind blown. I couldn't understand what it was about, and that happened several times. And it definitely wasn't that I checked the clock before and fell asleep. I mean, the time wouldn't stay for that long, right? But I really did not check the clock before. So it wasn't that I checked the clock before, fell asleep, and somehow I kept the sense of time. No, that was the first time I woke up in the morning, and before I woke up, I had this number in my mind. I checked the clock, and it was exactly that, like to the minute. So I don't know what it was really, but that was crazy. And it never happened again, actually, now that I think about it. It happened back then, but hasn't happened since. But it's a really cool phenomenon. I don't know, I haven't looked into it, I haven't researched anything about it. So I don't know if you have experience with that, but wow, that was pretty crazy. Anyways, dunnock, we've heard singing dunnock, and I'm gonna stop talking about clock and time and waking up, because that's not as interesting topic as a dunnock. Because dunnock, which is goes by Latin name of Prunella modularis. Yeah, Prunella modularis is a bird that has a absolutely crazy breeding habits, and you could quote unquote sex life. You know, I already talked about sex life of the wrens, and that's when I tease dunnock. But like dunnock compared to wren is polygamous, as we found out, keeping multiple females. There was a recorded male that kept 4 or 5 females, if I'm not mistaken, in his nesting grounds. But dunnock is a completely different level. That little bird is like a tiny songbird, grayish brown, and it has multiple different systems that it exercises in its like breeding during the breeding season. So it is it's polyandrous. So there is polygamy, polyandry going on. So there are multiple females with multiple males, multiple females with one male, multiple females with multiple females with one male. I got lost in it, but it's that's basically a dunnock's sex life. It's a giant feathery fornication group sex swingers party, you name it. You know, it's a feathery sexual mess. Wow, that was an interesting description. I'm pretty sure I was talking about when I was talking about the wren, I said the scientific community would probably expel me or something if I would be a scientist, which I'm not, so I can say all these crazy things. Of course, I mean it's a bird, and it's like biology and all that, and it's not it's not a Netflix movie or something, but it's really like when you read into it, it's wow. It's like wow. You would never believe that such a tiny bird has such a spicy, you would say, a sex life, so to speak. So they have these multiple systems, you know, polyandry, polygamy, polygandry, and the female of dunnock is naturally promiscuous. Promiscuous. God damn it! I hope I'm saying it right. You know what I mean. She likes to. She's unfaithful, basically, to the male. So promiscuous. I'm probably saying it correctly. So she's naturally promiscuous. She's unfaithful to the. I was gonna say unfaithful to the man. No, well, yeah, he's the man, but you know, unfaithful to the male, and she goes on as soon as they start nesting. She goes on to different males to be to copulate with, essentially. So they make out. They make love. they copulate, they have sex. And she goes on like that on those little errands, having sex with all those males around in the vicinity, and then comes back to the nest. But male is also naturally or by default very suspicious and suspecting that the female is exactly going to do that. So you know what he's doing? He's copulating and having sex with her as much as, and I will correct myself if that's true, if that's the correct number in the subtitles, but he has sex with her and copulates with her up to 1,000 times a day in order to keep his sperm in her cloaca only. So yeah, oh, hold on, I forgot one essential detail. Before he does that, he pecks at her cloaca. You know, he uses his beak to poke and peck her cloaca, which is essentially her, well, that's the one sort of you could very simplified say a hole for reproduction, for, you know, laying eggs, for pooping, for peeing, you know, all that. I mean, birds don't pee, you know, I mean, they poop and they extract or sort of excrete the what do you call it, the urine sort of substance, whatever that is, along with the poop. So technically they don't pee, you know, but so they have cloaca for everything, essentially. One hole to rule them all. It's a good one, sorry. So yeah, one hole to rule them all. And I don't know, I find it pretty smart, I guess. I don't know, I mean, and then again, maybe not. I kind of like different holes for different things. To have different holes for different things, but they have one hole for everything. So so that's cloaca, and they peck that cloaca of her. The male pecks the cloaca for her to reject or eject or just get out the sperm of all those other males, so that he can put his own in there and make sure that when she lays eggs, those eggs are fertilized with his sperm. So he, by default, suspects that the female is unfaithful, which she really is, because by default she's promiscuous, and he pecks her. She excludes. He ejects. There's another word for it, I'm sure, but she ejects the sperm of other males. And then he humps her, I don't know if that's, yeah, whatever. He copulates with her. That's probably a more professional term. He copulates with her and, or mates with her, whatever, copulates with her. And he does that up to 1,000 times a day. So he mates with her 1,000 times a day. So obsessive, I feel it's almost obsessive to make sure that it's his sperm in her cloaca, not other male sperm. But the female is a very prolific, how to put it, a very prolific sort of, I don't know how to put it, but she's very good at what she's doing, let's say, and she still manages to get fertilized and to get the sperm from other males, because the moment the male leaves, she's going on her errands to have sex with other males. That is her goal. And why is she doing that? You might ask. Is it because she just enjoys the experience? Well, there is a strategy behind it, because when she manages to get more sperm from multiple males, I'm just gonna call Draga, he's too far out. When she manages to get more sperm from multiple different males, what that's gonna cause is that when she lays eggs, she's gonna have, first and foremost, she's gonna have chicks of and Drake is like these last couple of these last couple of days, Drake has been quite erratic on the walks. He's never been so, maybe it's the spring, but he just disappears. I'm gonna have to find him. This is unlikely. Not unlikely, but this is unlike him. There's gotta be something in there somewhere. And yeah. God damn it. Well, I would like to finish my story about why the female is doing all that. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to leave it for another episode. I'm really sorry, but I don't want to. I thought I'm gonna finish it, to be honest, because it's not that far to finish, but not far from being said and done. But oh, there he is! Jesus Christ, why? Anyway, it's just the dog. I think. Oh, hold on. I think he found something, maybe. Dejku, co tam máš? Co tady hledáš? What is it? Jesus, I was afraid he might have found some. I don't know, some rabbits or something, you know. Okay, that got me going for a moment there. He just smells something. Okay, well, sorry, that was an unexpected ending to this video. Dejku, jdeme, jo? Jdeme. Tam jdeme. Nebudeme hledat žádný králíčky, jo? We're not gonna search for any rabbits. Definitely not. Wait, how did he get so... Dejku, počkej. Oh my God, no. Hold on, buddy. I think he... Or is it... What? Oh no, he doesn't smell. I thought he bathed himself in some weird stuff, but he smells pretty fine. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna sign off now, you know, and I'm gonna definitely finish that story. It's pretty interesting, and you're gonna find out in the next video why the female is doing what she's doing, and why does she want to breed with multiple males? What is the reason behind that? You're gonna find out tomorrow. I promise. I'm gonna finish it. All right, I'm signing off.